and I don't want to take shelter behind it. My colleague, Mr. Sibanda, is informing me that he also got a message that Colonel Kininda, Colonel Mangena, is unable to come.
Mangena?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mangena.
Yeah,
yes.
okay, fine, yeah.
He's unable to come because he's also sick. So that then put us in a position where I'm not so sure whether we need to proceed with that application in the absence of those two experts.
Okay, so when will your expert be available for a consultation with the state experts for him to have access to the exhibits which he wants to examine and test? I can tell you now,
yes,
my registrar Rose phoned me during the recess to say, I think Advocate Maloi had arranged that the two experts, together with Geninda and the state, I think, had arranged that they should meet during the recess. And I said no.
That is so, yes.
I refused because I'm being accused of colluding with the state. That these exhibits are before court, in other words.
Yes.
Although technically they are in the control of Geninda.
Yes.
Is that not so?
And that is so.
Yeah, because in South Africa, for some reason, we don't have safes in courts where exhibits of court, which are before the court, are put in a court safe. They normally go back to either the SAP 13 safe in whatever police station.
Yes,
which is actually incorrect.
Yes.
And I said, you need a court order for that type of thing, because these exhibits should be brought to court so that your expert and the state expert and you yourself and Mr. Sibanda should actually see them. And then they are handed over in open court. And then you agree, the experts and the councils agree when these tests will be conducted and in whose presence. Because there's a possibility, I've been long in the game, there's a possibility those two bullets or cartridges or snippets of cartridges can be lost. Are you with me?
That's a possibility, yes.
Yeah, because
and that's quite correct.
There's evidence that some of the evidence was planted and what have you. And so maybe your experts would be getting half the exhibits. And if the court is not there to supervise it, who is to say whatever happens has happened? So that was my reasoning. And I've brought 3 decisions, if you want me to read them for you, which dictate how this exigency should be conducted. Okay. So I was not being impossible. Because Mr. Balui wanted to hand over with Geninda the exhibits to your expert,
yes,
without the court being aware.
Yes, actually we were putting the cart before their horse.
Yeah,
it should have been done through a court order.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
So, I don't know, you must then arrange for those exhibits to be here in court. Because it's not like an exhibit of a motor vehicle.
Yes, my lord.
These are sensitive exhibits. Allegedly, there's a firearm and 2 spent bullets or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. So, there's no problem.
As it please the court, my lord.
You can arrange,
yes.
I don't know when you want to arrange it for.
I would check out with my expert and also liaise with the state onto the availability of Mr. Mangena.
Yeah.
Because I'm informed that he's down with flu, so we'll also have to identify a date on which might be better.
And even Colonel Geninda should be here, because
I think I saw him. Today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he should be here because those exhibits are in his possession.
That is so, man.
So he's going to take them out of whatever envelope or cage or whatever he's saved them in, and put them here so that everybody sees them.
As it is the court,
Okay.
Madam. May I then suggest that we stand this issue down, and then during our adjournment, we'll have a quick chat with my colleague and then to map a way forward. And then
Okay,
we'll come
fine.
and inform the court accordingly.
Fine.
Thank you, Madam.
Mr. Sibani?
As a copy is my lord, that is in order. Indeed, Brigadier Gininda was present earlier on in court today. I will proceed with this witness. Can the witness be reminded that she's still under oath?
Okay, yes, still under oath, Mr. Cunningham. Right.
My lord, we were busy with exhibit JJ7 in brackets A. Going to connect the screen. My lord, can I help the witness to connect the monitor?
Oh, I see.
Are we ready? I want us to refer back to the question that I asked you before the recess, which you were about to answer before there was an objection.
What is the question?
I'm just trying to get the question. Yes. You have the addendum to your statement.
Yes, I do.
Okay. We're still busy with the tower named Muleleki. You're referring the court to exhibit triple J1.
Yes. This would be on page 17 of 18. It is the exhibit with the maps.
And I also asked you the distance between the crime scene as well as the tower. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Can you place the distance on record?
This is the distance between which towers?
Muleleki Tower
Muleleki Tower?
as well as the crime scene.
Okay, okay, fine.
Speak.
This is on page 16 of 18. X marks the crime scene, and towards the bottom south of the page is the Mololeki Tower. And that distance is 6.3 kilometers.
Kuti maulibuka ku-map kanti leyo distance iyenza 6.3 meters. Kilometers. 6.3 kilometers.
Thank you. And then you also testified regarding the information on page 667 as of 1189 on exhibit J1.
On page 60,
667
667.
and 1189.
Yes, this would be triple J1, page 667 of 1189.
And then there's a phone that belonged to Ms. Kelly Khumalo that recorded the Muleleki Tower, or reflecting the Muleleki Tower. That's where we're at when we adjourned.
Yes, that activity is the last activity of page 667.
Kanti kulokho yikho okugqina kule cell phone le kuthiwa yakaKelly Khumalo iku page 667 eyokugqina.
And then what I was trying to get at then was the phone belonging to, the other phone belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo, the one belonging to Mr. Longwe Twala, and the one belonging to the late Senzo Meyiwa. Around that time of after 2200, on the 26th of October, did it ever record the Muleleki Tower?
As it is the court, my lord, it should be noted that the state is alleging that Kelly Khumalo apparently had 5 numbers.
6.
Yes, had 6 numbers that were identified to be allegedly belonging to her. Now, when the state says the phone, I think it needs to be very specific what the number that the state is actually referring to, not a phone. We don't know whether the state is talking of a gadget, whether it was a Samsung, a Nokia, an iPhone.
Mr. Minister is correct. You've got to specify because there's evidence that Ms. Khumalo had 6 numbers, if I recall the evidence.
As the company will do that. Ma'am, just go back to exhibit J1
Yes.
and then the phone number that recorded the Muleleki Tower. Which number is that?
The number reflecting the Muleleki Tower is 072 938 2498.
Uthi le phone le ike yathintana noMuleleki Tower. Inombolo yakhona yi-072 938 2498.
So that's Kelly's number, according to the
That's
state.
correct, my lord.
Kanti yona le nombolo lekhuluma ngayo uthi ayakaKelly.
And then let's go back to your addendum and let's just identify the other number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo so that we move together.
The other number belonging to Ms. Khumalo is 082 704 4358. We find that on exhibit J1 under the addendum.
Uthi enye futhi inombolo leka Ms. Kelly Khumalo. Inombolo yakhona 082 704 4357.
58.
58. I beg your pardon, my lord.
Okay. So the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo, the one ending with 4358, at the time when the number ending with 2498 recorded the Moleleki Tower, where was the number ending with 4358?
We, on page 1650 of 4,649, you would then find the data of 4358. Round about 2154, the number ending 4358 is on voicemail, and we have an undefined tower.
Ngaleso sikhathi ikhathi zabo 21 kanti le nombolo lephelela ngo 4358 ngaleso sikhathi yayi ku voicemail.
Okay. And then around 2200, the number belonging to the deceased ending with 551. Can you locate it?
551. We are on page 362, round about 2201. The number ending 9551 reflects the Tower Clinic's phosphorus.
Uthi kulelo kule page 360 le nombolo lephelela ngo 551 yayise kuze noma etower yase phosphorus.
And then just lastly, the number belonging to Longwe Twala, ending with 0436, around 2200 on the 26th of October.
Please bear with me, I'm going through the pages. I am on page 4634. The number ending 0436, round about 2216, shows the Tower of Khotso.
Uthi kuleli page 4634 kanti le nombolo legcina nge-0436 ngesikhathi sabo 2216 16 minutes past 10 ebusuku ngaleso sikhathi yayiseduze nasetower yase-Fellsford.
Thank you. And then, are you able to tell this court if the number of Ms. Kelly Khumalo ending with 4358, the number of the deceased, Mr. Senzo Meyiwa, the number belonging to Longwe Twala, ever recorded the Moleleki Tower on the 26th of October,
No,
2014?
not at all.
Uthi yena kule nombolo lika Khumalo lephelela nge-4358 nalika Longwe neyakamufi asizange zithintane kuneyomuleleki thawa ngalelo suku.
So just also to remind us, for a phone to record a tower, what happens?
You have to be in the vicinity of that tower in order for the cell phone to be picked up.
Kanti nangabe ithawa fanele ithole i-cellphone noma inombolo yaleyo cellphone, umuntu kuze abe eduze naleyo thawa ukuze le thawa ithole i-cellphone.
Are you then able to conclude at this stage that the number ending 2498 was at the vicinity of the Moleleki Tower on the 26th of October, just after 2200?
Yes, I can confirm that it was at the Moleleki Tower, but the time indicates 21:52 on the 26th of October.
Uthi le nombolo lena lephelela nge-2498 kanti yaba khona eduze noMoleleki Tower ngaleso sikhathi se-21
Two.
2152 ibe khona eduze noMoleleki Tower.
Now let us refer back to Exhibit Triple J7 in brackets A. With information on page 14.
Page 14.
Can you explain what is depicted on page 14, Exhibit Triple J7, capital A?
On page 14, I have a sight distance between Besonia and Lefta and Frieda.
Uthi lana ku-page 14 une-distance yokusukela eSonia ukuya Lefta and Frieda. Isikhala.
Can you place the information on page 15 on record?
Page 15, the distance between Lefta and Frieda and Besonia is 4.3 kilometers.
Ukusukela Lefta and Frieda ukuya eBasonia ibanga kuphele nge-4.8 kilometers.
Okay, let's proceed to page 16. What is depicted on page 16?
On page 16, it is the distance from or to the Moleleki Tower and the crime scene.
Lapho ibanga lokusuka eMoleleki Tower ukuya la kwakuyenzeka khona isehlakalo i-distance.
Let's proceed to page 17. Can you place the information on page 17 on record?
Page 17 is the distances from the Moleleki Tower to and from other sites.
Page 17 i-distance ukusukela eMoleleki Tower ukuya ngasemahlangothini.
Are you able to place the distances to the other sites?
Yes. From Parke to Moleleki it is 6.3 kilometers.
Ukusukela ePhakhe ukuya eMleleki, i-distance yakhona it's 6.3 kilometers.
From Spruitview to Mololeki, 7.5 kilometers.
Ukusukela eSpreadview ukuya eMleleki, i-distance yakhona it's 7.5 kilometers.
From Vosloorus to Mololeki, 4.1 kilometers.
Ukusukela eFosores ukuya eMleleki, i-distance is 4.1 kilometers.
Vosloorus Square to Mololeki is 5.2 kilometers.
Ukusukela eFosores ukuya eMleleki, bese kuba yi-5.2 kilometers.
From Popang Khotso to Mololeki, it's 5.4 kilometers.
Ukusukela eBupangkotho ukuya eMleleki kuyeze 5.4 kilometers.
Okay. Now let's proceed to page 18. Can you place the information that is?
Yes, this is an overview of distances between Palm Flats, Moragloed and Queenswood.
Can you give me the names again, please?
Palms Flats,
Distance of ibanga ukusukela ePalms Flat
Moragloed
nase Morefut
and Queenswood.
nase Queenswood. I-distance.
And then let's refer the court to Exhibit DD5E, Roman figure 1.
Which page are we looking at?
We'll go to page 2.
Page
2.
2.
Yes. Just add towards the bottom of page 2.
Yes.
Are you able to pick up the Queenswood Tower there?
Yes, I can. Phone number ending, 6890 on the 20th of August. It starts at 16:23:49 seconds. The number ending 6890. The date is the 20th of August 2020 at 16:23:49 seconds.
Leyo yebo inombolo lephelela nge-6890 le iye kwakuyi-20 zaka-August 2020.
Okay. And then the Moragloed Tower, are you able to pick it up on that exhibit DD5E, Roman figure 1?
Bear with me whilst I go through this data. perhaps have a page number for me?
Not yet, but we can stay with the Queenswood Tower and then we'll revert to that when we... on this map that is appearing on page 18, are you able to tell which area is being depicted there?
Looks like maybe Pretoria. It's the overview of Pretoria, I would say.
Lena le vela ku page 18 ile khomba I Pretoria.
And then I see there's a distance between Queenswood and Valeria. Are you able to place the distance on record?
Actually, Valeria is in between Queenswood and Palmer Flats, and that distance is 2.6 kilometers.
Kanti lena iPhilip ne Valeria iphakathi kwaKhama kanti distance yakhona yenza 2.6 kilometers.
And then the distance of 1.11 kilometers,
That is between Morogloed and Queenswood Towers.
Le distance lena ye 1.11 kilometers Queenswood Tower.
okay? It's fine, we can move on. Let's stay with page 3 now, exhibit DD5 Roman figure 1.
Page 3.
Yes. From the start of the page towards the end of the page, the tower is either undefined or it's Queenswood Tower. Are you able to confirm that?
Yes, that is correct.
Page 3 kusukela phezulu ukuya phansi ku page 3 uyavuma ukuthi indawo ama-towers uyavuma lo.
So are you able to comment only on what happened on this page regarding the position of the device?
The cell phone was in the vicinity of Queenswood throughout this page. There's been no other movement.
Kanti ukuya ngaye le cellphone yayiseduze nale tower ayizanga isuke eduze nale tower. So this
And the trend continues to page 4. Can you confirm?
Correct, yes.
naloku ku page 4 uyavuma.
And also on page 5.
Objection. The witness must specifically indicate what is it that she is agreeing to, because I'm noting, for instance, that on page 3, the state says that's information that is exclusively recording the Queenswood area, but there are portions there that are written undefined. We don't know what that undefined would stand for.
That's how she testified, Mr. Mnisi. I say that's how she testified. She says on page 3 there are only 2 indicators, undefined and Queenswood. Am I correctly quoting them?
That's correct.
And then further on page 4, the state says, are you then agreeing with that information that is contained in there? then she says yes. Then specifically she needs to put it on record
Yeah,
what
fine.
is it that she's agreeing to.
Okay, fine.
Because there's a lot of information there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I do confirm that the towers reflect as Queenswood, and there are undefined towers as well on the following page.
Same as to page 3, in other words.
That is correct, my lord.
lokho kuyafana uvuma lokho page 3 ukuthi amathawa asephezulu nalabo
Okay, we will not continue the rest of the exhibit. We will take the whole day to go. Just what you have now placed on record from page 1 to page 5. Are you also able to confirm that the number ending with 16890 in this set of data that was admitted by the defense already, that there were activities?
Yes, that is correct.
uyavuma kule nomboro ukuya ngale kumele kumaqondo bephelela ngo-16890.
And there were outgoing calls and incoming calls.
Yes,
lokho kuyabonisa ukuthi ocingo leli beliphuma nalolu belingena.
You know what baffles me? Maybe we need an engineer. Before I forget this thought. You correctly say that a certain number impinges or triggers a particular tower, right?
yes,
When it is in the vicinity
yes,
of that tower.
correct.
Vicinity is not defined. You can't say vicinity minimum. It means a minimum distance, assuming this is the tower. Meaning a minimum distance in the vicinity could be, let's say, 2 meters. Let's make it ridiculous. It will impinge on the tower. You are not able to say the distance. All you can say, it's in the vicinity.
So what I can then say is that it's in the radius of the tower.
That's it, yeah.
But initially I did say, in terms of distances, in a built-up area, it can be from anything from 500
Yeah, I heard you.
to, let's say, 5 kilometers
In a built-up
area. But opposed to a rural area where the towers are further apart, you can go from anything up to 15 to 20 kilometers apart.
Okay.
kanti endaweni la efana nasemadrobheni kusho ukuthi i-cellphone nase ibanjwa ithawa kusho ukuthi umuntu kufanele asondele kuyona kube yikhona la ikhona ukuthi yibambe ithawa kodwa ngasemaphandleni
Hayi, batshela ukuthi ibanga lingakanani.
pardon me my lord
Yes. Now listen, madam.
kufanele usondele njena mhlawumbe kungayenza 5 kilometers then bese iyephuza iyayithatha ithawa iyakhona ukuyiphika kodwa emaphandleni akufani lakhona ngenxa yokuthi khona ama-towers akhona aqhelile awafani nalapho emadolobheni ngoba kuthi asondelene.
Okay.
Yes, thanks, my lord. So, let me just build on what the court said. So, the triggering of this tower and the use of the phone, is it something that happens automatically on the phone, or there should be someone or somebody using such a particular device?
It is someone using that particular device.
kusho ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi ithawa ibamba le-cellphone kusho ukuthi ngamanye amagama kufanele kube umuntu lozovula leli cingo noma alisebenzise yila lizobanjwa yile thawa.
This is not an exhibit, it's part of my information. So just to show you, my lord, there's the tower there. It should be in this vicinity or the radius of the tower.
Well, that must be headed up. Every document. Yeah, no, fine. I'm just saying to the witness. You can't say, hey, this is my. Just give it an exhibit number, sir.
That is confidential information from
Oh.
the company that does our work. So I have to get permission from them.
No. Just show it to the defense.
Okay.
Because nothing
In
which
color.
support.
It's,
Hello, show it to the defense.
Please. Do you have another
And
copy?
No.
they must then appreciate that they have seen that confidential document, and then they can even convey that confidentiality of the document to their accused or
So-
their clients,
yes.
but not to the general public.
Yes. So
Are we agreed?
basically,
Wait. Are we agreed so that there mustn't be arguments that this evidence which was confidential but was not made available to the defense and the accused?
so basically,
Mnisi.
I've just,
No, we-
Are we agreed? Hello?
I
I know, in the apartheid era, hello, in the apartheid era, a judge would view a confidential document
yes,
and not show it to the defense or the accused. And the world was still kind then. People would say, when the judge says, I saw this, they wouldn't say, I will go, kanjani. It would just be taken. But you see, in this transparency era, the defense must see that, the accused must see that, except the broader public. Okay. Yeah, so show it to the defense, and then they can show it to their clients. Before we continue, ma'am.
Le ncwadi le beyiveza khona manje uthi kujaji ifanele abameli benu bayibone ngenxa yokuthi akufanelanga kube njengoba besho ukuthi imfihlo le yasemsebenzini kuyena njengoba seyivezile abameli benu bafanele bayibone nani banibonise yona kungabe ukuthi ivezwe uyena kuphela kwakuyimfihlo yakhe kuphela kodwa esekhulume ngayo la inkantolo.
basically the court matter. Just anything, so I cursory look at this information here. To me, it appears like this is how towers are working. So I don't know what is confidential about how towers are working.
The witness will explain.
that is confidential to my work. If you want an understanding of how towers are work, you by all means can get it off Google. So that I presented just to show you the tower and make a ring around it to show you the radius or the vicinity. That is why it doesn't have distances on there. It's just to give you an overview of what the tower is and how the information is drawn from
But
there.
how, then what is confidential about how towers are working? What
The information on that document is not for public knowledge.
okay.
That is why I said to you, look at the picture of the tower only so that you get a better understanding of how it works.
Mr. Mnisi hasn't heard about cyber espionage.
We've just come out of it on Friday.
I was actually working in that section.
Okay.
Cybercrime.
Okay. Yeah, that's why it's confidential. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Show it to your clients, please.
I
Let's,
don't think-
hello. Let's show it to your clients, all of you, so that we give the document back to the witness, because it's not going to be given an exhibit.
It doesn't really appear, Manuel, that this is a trade smash because it's
Oh, that's all.
indicates that this is
So you'll
the tower,
explain to your,
this is the gadget,
okay,
yes.
you'll explain to your clients.
Yes, I will
Fine,
explain.
no problem. Okay, give the document back to the witness.
Thank you.
Yes, you can proceed to explain.
Where did we stop? Could you just repeat that so we could continue?
Remember, you wanted to refer to the information in that document.
Oh, yes. So basically what I wanted to explain is that if the tower is here,
Objection, my lord. Objection, my lord. If the information is privileged and the witness is not willing to disclose that information, then no evidence should be invited from the witness on the document which the witness has indicated that is privileged. It cannot be disclosed to us. It cannot be disclosed to our client.
No, the witness has never said that. I said it must be disclosed to the defense and your clients. Why do we have problems with simple matters.
But my lord, the witness objected. The witness said the information is confidential.
And then I overruled her.
Then if that information was overruled, it means you must be supplied with that information.
No,
You must be supplied
I
with the
overruled her to say, even if it's confidential, the defense and the accused can have access to that confidentiality.
Yes, my lord.
So what is the problem?
Access meaning that we must have copies of this information. We must relate the information to our clients. We
But I
must
just said
provide-
that, Mr. Msholo, I don't understand. Who in this court doesn't understand what I'm saying?
Before my lord, the
Hello,
witness
wait.
continues.
Where's that document? Just give it to Mr. Sibande and Mr. Ngomezulu, Tamusipiri, Nesi, Mujaki, and yourself. And then you guys take it to accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, my lord. My lord, if we can get just a few minutes adjournment so that we can relate the document to our clients if the witness is going to be referring to this document.
She's already referred to it. What's the time this is?
11:17.
Okay, come back at 1:30.
Well,